This is the AM10 certified grade 1 safe from Wertheim of Austria. Now this is a very well proportioned safe, fantastic home safe, and it's got some features inside it that are quite unusual for a grade 1, and I'm going to go into them in a second. I first want to explain that it's on top of a plinth, and this is a certified plinth to raise the level of a certified safe, but this plinth is not for this safe. That's why it's narrower. If you did want to raise the height of this safe, if you had mobility issues or you're a wheelchair user, you can get a certified plinth the same width as the safe, and that plinth would bolt to the floor, and the plinth would then bolt to the safe, and it would be grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Plinths don't go beyond grade 3, but you can get a certified plinth if that's what you want to do. Now, the height of the safe is 395 millimeters. It's 545 millimeters wide and 442 millimeters deep. It has 53 litres of internal capacity, and it weighs 125 kilos, so it's quite a substantial unit. Now I'm going to open the safe now using this Sergeant Greenleaf Titan direct drive lock. This lock is a multi-user lock, which means that different members of your family can have different codes, and the administrator for the lock can add and remove those codes as they see fit. It's also duress compatible, and we're going to talk about alarm integration in a second. But what duress means is, if I'm putting my code in and I vary the digit by 1, I can set off a silent alarm if I'm under some kind of duress. Now I'm just going to open up the safe, and the first thing we always notice about Wertheim safes are these massive solid steel bolts, which are a very distinctive shape. There's one at the bottom of the door, one at the top, 3 at the side, and a huge big rebate down the back of the door, and that locks into the body, so it's really well built unit. Now if you look at the corner of this rebate, you will see a large hole and 2 small holes above it. That is for a door loop, and that allows us to take cabling from the door and bring it back into the safe and through a wire out the back of the safe along a VDS certified cable channel. That means it's all protected to the same level as the safe. Now the reason we'd want to do that is, well, first off, I did mention duress already to send an emergency signal, but we can also add things like seismic sensors. Now a seismic sensor, in my opinion, is something that should be in most home safes nowadays. It's a fairly basic piece of kit, and what it does is it monitors the safe for any type of tool attack, cutting attack, angle grinder attack, heat attack, drill attack, anything like that. And when it detects something like that, it sets off an alarm. And it even does this if your alarm system itself is switched off. So if you imagine you have your safe and you've got it bolted correctly, it should be bolted to 50 kilonewtons in our opinion, which is over 5 tons of holding force. The only way to attack that safe properly is to use an industrial level of force. You're going to have to use drilling or cutting. And the minute you attack that safe, you're going to set off an alarm and it's game over. So that's a fantastic feature to have inside a grade 1 safe of this size. Now certification, you can see there's 2 badges here. We have one from VDS certifying that this is certified to EN 1143-1 grade 1. And below that we have ECBS, another German certification body, also certifying the burglary resistance to EN 1143-1 grade 1. Now the important thing about both of these bodies is they're accredited certification bodies, and you'll always see that on the badge, because if you look closely you'll see they have another accreditation. It says ISO IEC 17065, and that's the certification body's accreditation to certify the safe. So you know that the certification process that certified this safe, all of the testing and certification happened under European law, so it's proof of standard for litigation purposes. So you have a complete kit here. You have a grade 1 safe with very high level of certification, and it's fully prepared for alarm integration. It's also a very compact size and is really nicely proportioned. Now to close the door, just withdraw the bolts, close the door over, turn the handle, and we turn the lock back till the blue dot is at the top of the keypad and it's fully locked up.